Hey, I'm Dev, and me and Mario have a lot in common. We like Italian food, we drink water, we wear the colors of the communist flag, we put our names on something and call it our own. Sure, yeah, like Mario. The year is 1989. The sun is shining, the earth is quaking, and the Nintendo Game Boy is releasing. Yep, this was the year that the iconic handheld of the century released, the good old Game Boy. This little doodad was invented by Gunpen Yokoi. The Game Boy launched in Japan on April 21st, 1989 with 300,000 units which sold out within 2 weeks, while the United States got it on July 31st on the same amount of copies on its release day. The Japan launch lineup is much more extended than the United States one. We only had 2 games while Japan had 4. We only had fucking Tetris and tennis. God. While Japan had Alleyway, Baseball, Yakumen, and the only, one of the weirdest Mario games ever graced the surface, Super Mario Land for the Game Boy, also known as or Who, or What the f is a Super Ball flower? Super Mario Land is weird as hell. It looks and plays like a regular old Mario side-scroller, but like, when you really look at it, like, did that Koopa Jux explode? This game only had 4 worlds, and each had 3 levels, so in total that's 12. See? Basic, simple, and sweet. Just like me. Like, dude, check out these names. We got the Barabuda Kingdom, the Mude Kingdom, Eastern Kingdom, the Chai Kingdom, what the f? Not only that, just check out these names we got for the enemies. Bombshell Koopa, Bun Bun, Bullet Biff, Chicken, Chikawa, whatever that says, Fighter Fly, Ganchan, Geo, Guin, Goombos, Huin, Hunin, whatever that says, Kuma, Makuban, Pokemon, Piranha Plant, Pond Flower, Sue, what is this? And you may be wondering, Devin, what did you just say? Don't worry, I'm asking myself that too. Well, hey, at least this was the first time Daisy showed up. That's cool. I wouldn't say this game is bad, but more of a novelty at best. It's just literally Super Mario Bros. 1, but for the Game Boy, so everything you see on here, you'll probably see it on the NES. But you gotta admit, this was really cool for its time. Finally having a Mario game where you could play it anywhere you go was revolutionary. Hell, getting to play anywhere you go was cool by itself. Mario was just a cherry on top of the Game Boy cake. Safe to say that Mario Land had an impact on gaming on the go. Ain't sure that it wasn't good or bad, but either way, it's still incredible to think that a Mario game can fit in your pocket. Alright, let's talk about the better sibling now. Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. There's 6 of them? Mario Land 2 took everything the first game did, but did it 100% better. Like the story, instead of it being saving another princess, you're actually getting your castle back. He's Super Mario, of course he has a castle, what do you mean? But who is this evil mastermind who do such a thing to Mario's castle? Who could it be? Wow! This is Wario. I thought it was a bear. Yeah, this is also the first introduction to our backwards Mario, Wario. And I just gotta say, I love him and his concept so much. Some say a little bit too much, but I disagree. He's mine! He's mine! Look, Wario's gotta be one of my most favorite characters in the Mario series. I don't know, I just like the idea where you take a good guy and make an evil variant of it. But enough about that fat tub of lard, we'll talk about him more later, trust me. Anyways, Mario Land 1 and 2, they both have some pretty night and day comparisons to him. Like, while this one looks like an actual Mario game, while the other one looks like I can play it on Scratch. Mario Land 2 shows us a new power-up. It's a carrot. You can fly with it, sort of. That's it. If they were gonna bring this power-up back, they would have to do some major upgrades with it. You know, like do something more oh, I don't know, unique. And also, once you get the fire flower, you'll have like a feather on top of your hat instead of like a simple color change to Mario's outfit. And I can live with that. I can sleep well with that. So this game has 7 worlds, or 7 zones to be exact. We got Tree Zone, Space Zone, the Macro Zone, Pumpkin Zone, Turtle Zone, Mario Zone, and Mario's Castle. This game only has 32 levels, so it's much more beefier than the other game. But the bosses are... it's not that great, but it's alright. We got Big Board, Tatenga from like the first game, so that's cool. Sewer Rat, Witch, 3 Little Piggies, Octopus, and Wario. Where the fuck is he finding these guys? And bro, let me tell you, Wario's fight has to be the most fire and cool, but the most basic stuff ever, and I love it so much. He basically uses all the power-ups that you've been using against you, which is a really nice touch if you ask me. Like, you get to see a bunny Wario and a fire Wario, which is like, that's so cool. Anyways, you jump in his head a few times, he turns to like a little baby bald man, then runs away, and then the credits roll as your castle slowly comes back to normal. And that is the end of Mario Land 2. Oh, fuck! Wario Land. Mario Land 3. And yes, that counts. Shut up. Look at the name. Mario Land 3. It counts, okay? This is the first introduction to the Wario Land series, and my god, it is. So, due to Wario failing to take over Mario's castle, he decided to get his own castle. In fact, bigger than Mario's. So he's traveled to a place called the Kitchen Island, where the Brown Sugar Pirates has been hiding treasure, and including a golden statue of Peach. Wait, what? Oh, well, you're probably saying,
Dev, this looks like a simple 2D Mario to me. All you have to do is jump on the enemies and
guess what? Well, you're wrong, idiot. It plays completely different. Since Wario's a big, fat, beefy boy, he relies on his strength, so instead of jumping on enemies, you'll give him a good old shoulder bash and send them flying, which is sick. Not only that, you could just pick up enemies and throw them. Like, yeah! Put Wario in Madden 26, please. This game is much more bigger than the 2 previous games. Like, for example, it has 7 worlds that has 5 or 6 levels in the, like, that makes 40 levels. Jesus Christ! Slow down on that cake, fatty. You're eating all the food. And I also like how all the worlds have like some food type themes, like Rice Beach, Mount Teapot, Sherbert Land, Stove Canyon, SST Cup, Parsley Woods, and Syrup Castles. I'm a grown man, by the way. These names feel so much better and unique, unlike Mario Land 2 for having basic names, and Mario Land 1 for having the fucking Moo Day Kingdom. Anyways, let's get to the power-up, shall we? So instead of Wario changing his form, instead you change his hat. So there's 3 major power-ups you'll get. A horned cap that makes you a lot more stronger and allows you to ground pound through bricks. A winged cap that let you fly across the ground from some periods of time. And last but not least, the dragon cap that lets you shoot fire out of your head. Holy damn, this is good. Now, let's take a look at these bosses that you beat to death and you rob them from all their money. First, we got... Oh yeah. I can't read. Yeah, I couldn't find the actual names for these guys, as every time I looked it up, they gave me a different answer. So I'm just gonna call them based on their appearances. We got Spiked Koopa, a Minotaur, penguins from Madagascar. What the f is that? Angry Birds, Ectoplasm, Fat Genie. Anyways, our main antagonist is the leader of the Brown Sugar Pirates, Captain Syrup, and they're oh my god, it's a She's also the one that stole that Golden Peach statue and summoned that big fat old genie. So Wario beat that genie, goes over to the statue so he can sell it back to the princess. Then that red bastard drifter comes in and steals it. That prick! As Wario's plans gets foiled again by that Mario, the genie offers Wario to give him all his treasure so he can build him a much better castle than Mario's. So this is like the amount of treasure you collected throughout the whole game determines on this one house. So like, if you get the least amount of treasure, you'll get a damn birdhouse. But if you have the most treasure, you don't even get a house. You'll get the fucking moon with your face on it, like, goddamn! Yeah, that's when I wanted to see Wario's face while I go to sleep at night. And like that's the whole trilogy of the Super Mario Land series. Sure, it kind of started out small and rough, but it had a great legacy. I mean, even the third game decided to be its own thing, and like after that, it made its own damn series out of it, so I gotta give respect for that. I couldn't be more grateful than a series like this. And now, I decided to make my own evil doppelganger. I call it Reflection Dev. What an asshole!